everybody. Hey, this is Drew. Hey, today we got a video. Today's video is with my boy Rob. I've been knowing Rob for a long time. He's part of my crew. We're prior military members as well too. We both decided to drop our anchor here in Vegas after the military. So, but yeah, he has a Vette. Pretty nice Vette. And we want to see what kind of spirit that complements his vehicle. So we're going to have an interview with him today. Talk about his vehicle, talk about his car conquest, because he's had many vehicles, and his car clubs and showing his cars at SEMA and things like that. So we're going to talk to Rob, talk about cars, talk about some spirits. So, okay guys, check it out.
Hey, what's up everybody?
So me and Rob, we've been knowing each other for a long ass time. And so me in Vegas, we're both veterans, and decided to put our anchor here in Vegas, you know, so we've both been here for a long ass time and shit.
Yeah.
It's part of my crew right here, you know. They all got badass rides. I just got a fucking little Jeep and shit. But
Anyway.
I'm gonna get that with him. I'm gonna get that with him one day.
He already there. He already there.
I'm gonna get that with him, man. All right, Rob. So, man, tell me, what was your very first ride that you put a little money into?
Well, the first car I got, well, I started off with the whole car show thing in the cars. A good friend of mine, Patrick Duke and Franz Batchelor, took me to a car show in 1993.
God damn, long time.
Yeah. So after we went there, I got into the whole import scene. I had a 94 Honda Prelude.
Okay.
And that was my first show car. Got into that, started going to local shows. And
so you was in the car scene then?
Oh, well, I started showing at car shows, and then seeing that to get anywhere at these shows, you kind of had to be attached to a car club.
Oh, okay.
So that's when I joined my first car club.
Okay.
And it took off from there.
So during that time, was the car scene in Vegas, was it a big scene or was it kind of so small?
It was huge. It was huge. It was the cars, and mostly during that time it was the mini trucks.
Okay.
A lot of mini truck clubs, but the imports and the car club, the car scene was really coming on. That was doing back in the day, the Fast and Furious days.
Okay.
So that's when that all kicked off as well. So really got into that.
Okay.
And
okay.
then I started learning as I went with sponsorship.
So that was your first car, the Honda. Yeah. It was your first car.
The Honda Prelude.
That you had the money into. You put a little money into it.
Yeah, my personal money. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So from there, you got into the car scene, car clubs. Did you get another car?
Oh yeah.
After that?
Yeah, I went from the Prelude. Then I went. I was a big Honda guy, huge Honda guy. So. I went from
the big
Prelude,
Euro scene back in those days, imports.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So I went from the Prelude to a Honda Accord, and I had a couple different Honda Accords back then, and then just pretty much stayed with the import scene and stayed with the two doors. My big thing was the two doors, because you had different categories: 2 doors, 4 doors. Stuff like that, but mine was the 2-door category with the Honda Accord.
2-door.
So,
what kind of, did you have any sponsorships, anything like that?
Yeah, once I got into my second Honda Accord, that's when I started picking up some sponsors. My first sponsor was Inky Wheels.
They still got Inky around there, man?
You know what? I don't know. I don't know if they even still got Inky Wheels, but I did not think they do, to be honest.
Okay.
But that was my first sponsor. I picked them up.
Because Inky was big in the Euro scene back in them days.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was like the go-to wheel, basically.
Oh yeah.
Back in those days.
And it was once you got that first sponsor, it was a little bit easier getting a second and third, and it just blew up from there. I mean, I got stereo sponsors, Corbo racing seats, body kits, and it just went from there. Smaller sponsors as well. So that's where I started really getting into it and really winning some of the bigger shows and started getting some of that cash.
Oh, so you won some shows back in the days?
Oh yeah, I won. You know, the big thing was to initially win your category, you know, and then I actually got to the point that I was winning best vehicle, best car of the show. So I did that for a few years.
You must have had some serious loot.
Yeah, it was. Luckily, it wasn't my money; it was the sponsors' money, so it made that a lot easier. But
so these sponsors. So what were they sponsoring you with?
Well, pretty much anything that you needed for the vehicles. Like I used to reach out to several different sponsors, and if I wanted new wheels, I would talk to Inky or any other wheel company and say, hey, this is what my car did, this is the show that it's going to be at, and basically it was free advertisement for them because my car was winning. I was getting magazine shoots with I don't know if people remember this magazine, Lowrider Euro. Different magazines, so it was basically big advertisement for them for zero cost except for the items that they gave me.
So I don't know if they still do it the same way you did it. So if someone was to look for a sponsor, how would they go about trying to get a sponsor?
Well, you know, now it's a lot easier because you can reach out over the internet. Back then, we used to have to wait for car shows because all of those magazines and different places used to show up to car shows or the SEMA show, which is, you know, the
huge
Super Bowl of a car event. So I used to actually have business cards with my car on it, had my name, what was done with the car. I had went to the point that I had a CD made up that I could hand people. Now you just
so you the cat, you the one of them cats in the parking lot of the grocery store popping his trunk. Oh yeah, like, hit my CD, man, hit my CD.
It was. I had a CD, but it wasn't music. It was all the information about my car. And I hand out 100 of those and maybe pick up 10% of what I handed out in sponsors. But that would be, you know, huge back then.
That's straight. So speaking of SEMA, which is the Super Bowl of cars, every car on the planet basically goes to SEMA, and all the manufacturers or whatever. Your car was displayed in SEMA.
Yeah, I done had a couple different cars in SEMA. Actually, my Vette has been in SEMA. It was in SEMA last year. Well, 2019. It was supposed to be in SEMA this past year, but obviously SEMA got canceled due to COVID. So I had my Honda in SEMA several different times for different sponsors that I had, from lift companies to wheel companies. And I actually, and a lot of people don't know this, but SEMA actually have awards that they give out for best paint, best modifications, different things. And I actually, and I don't know how this happened, well, I do, because my boy Chris Haynes painted my car, and I got one of the best paint jobs. Yeah, and totally forget the year that was, but SEMA is huge. I mean, I done went to SEMA every year since 1995.
And not everybody can get into SEMA.
No, SEMA is not an open event. You have to be invited by a company that actually paid to get their company into SEMA. So it's not, you cannot just drive up there and show your car.
Like an average Joe Blow like me, like, you know, ain't no affiliate affiliate when they're trying to bust up in there like, hey man, I want to see some cars.
They already know you, so they'll probably let you up in there. But no, you have to be sponsored by a entity that's in SEMA.
Okay. So speaking of Vettes, how many Vettes you had? So
yeah. Well, this is my second. I had a C6.
He said his second Vette.
Yeah, I switched over from the import and got into Vettes. And my boy Elton Hudson,
he next.
He had this Vette, and I've always liked Vettes. And when I got to a point in my financial life that I could afford one, I got a C6 Vette that I used to call Orange Crush back in the day. Ended up getting rid of that one, and have to admit, I don't admit to many mistakes that I made, but the day that I got rid of it was, I regret it from that point on, so I said I gotta get another.
Man, I really love that car, man. It was like a burnt orange. Had the rims matching.
Forgiato rims on it.
And then it had the purple one, right?
He had the burgundy. Yes.
Burgundy and purple.
Yeah.
But yeah, those two Vettes sitting side by side, same rims almost, same stature. I was like, who are these cats over here, man?
Hey, you know, with cars, hey, you gotta have fun with them.
So that brings us to your second Vette.
Yes.
What made you get this one?
Well, like I said, from that day one that I got rid of my C6, and then when the C7 came out, I loved it from day one.
So this is a C7?
C7, yeah. I don't have any sponsorships on this one. A few years after I got out of the import scene, took a little break because I was into it full time. I was going to shows from here to California, Arizona, Texas.
Oh, dang.
It was a full-time job.
Yeah,
so I kind of got out of the scene, lost some sponsorships. Still know a lot of those guys, but I didn't even ask for sponsorships on some of this stuff. And when I say I don't have any sponsorships, that's technically not true because I still get certain rates that other people don't get at different shops.
Right.
My boy Mike at WC Motoring does all the work on the car, so he takes care of the car. He definitely takes care of me on different things, known this guy for years. So if you're in Vegas, go to WC Motoring. He would definitely hook you up.
So WC Motoring, they do just aftermarket products, or
they do aftermarket products. They do from top to bottom. If you want rims, if you want a full wrap on your vehicle, they do it all. So they can definitely take care of you when it comes to customizing.
Okay.
So definitely one of the, if not the best shops in Vegas.
Okay. So we talked about two of your Vettes. What about your third Vette? Are you going to get the new Vette, bro? Are you going to get it, man?
That's the question right now.
That's a big question, y'all. That's a big question.
That is a good question. That C8 Vette, I really like it.
Yeah.
I really like it. I won't be getting it anytime soon because I want to wait to see the Z06 version of it come out. I want to see how it's going to be wide body. I want to see the look of it. already got some ideas in my head.
Got the vision already for, right?
On what I would do to it.
So would you make it a wide body, or would you keep it the same, or what would you do to it?
Well, normally on the the Z06 version of the Vette, it's already wide body. So now, would I extend that with some type of body kit or something like that, just to insinuate those lines already? Probably, because I can't leave anything alone. You know that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So probably would, definitely do rims and different things like that, but definitely make it. I can't leave a vehicle alone. Definitely make it my own.
Bro, I'm right there with you, man. My vision is that Lambo one day, man. That's my next life.
That's definitely a whole step up there.
I know, right? All right, Rob. So the question leading into this next segment of the spirit side of this segment of the complimentary spirit that goes along with this vehicle. What spirit do you think complements your Vette?
Oh well, you have to.
It's American made. It's an American made vehicle. So I'm thinking American made vehicle is strong. I'm thinking more of a bourbon
whiskey
or whiskey type spirit.
Yeah, that's true.
What you think?
American made muscle right here. Only true. Now I'll probably get some hits for this. Only true American made sports car, but muscle car. But hey, that's just me.
Damn.
But
them Dodge enthusiasts out there be like, what you talking about, bro? What?
Hey, it's all love.
The Hellcat dudes and all them cat Charger guys, all them cats.
Hey, nothing like a Vette. But if I had to associate a beverage with my vehicle,
that complements your vehicle.
Complements my vehicle would definitely be Uncle Nearest. Uncle Nearest. Bourbon whiskey. Real smooth. Hey, gotta keep it smooth. American made. Got definitely the history of the Vette, along with the history of that bourbon. Goes way back. So you can definitely tie those two things in together. And it's just something that you see and know as soon as you see it. You see the bottle of that and the lines of the Vette. It's all go together.
Cool. It sounds good to me, but I think for me that would be a very, very good choice. And that leads us to the next segment in. It's going to be spirit time. So check it out. Me and Rob, we both came with this consensus of Uncle Nearest for the drink that complements his car. And because it's Black History Month, February, Black History Month, a little history about this whiskey is Black owned. And a little history behind Uncle Nearest that he helped Jack Daniels, right?
Yeah,
Jack Daniels to start
come up with the
Jack Daniels brand and everything else, the whole thing. So he was that man behind the scenes basically to show Jack Daniels how to make whiskey. He had his own recipe, and his family later on down the line brought his recipe out and formed Uncle Nearest whiskey. So, and the rest is history. And keeping with Black History Month, me and Rob, we decided on this whiskey. And I think it totally fits his car to begin with. Totally fits his car. And we're gonna sample both of these and see the smoothness.
Absolutely.
Does it have a bite to it, or whatever is about with it? So we'll see. So, what do you want to sample first, brother?
Oh, let's do the 1884.
We'll do the 1884. We'll try that. We grown men. We don't put no ice cubes in there.
I know ice in that.
We just sampling anyway, so.
Definitely got a smooth smell.
It's
Really?
smooth, bro.
Real smooth.
That's smooth. That's smooth.
Real smooth.
It doesn't have a bite to it.
Now this one, 1884, right?
It's 1884.
Yeah. 93 proof. Yep. Few horses for you, like this Vette.
Yeah. I kind of like this one, man, because it don't have a bite like a whiskey does. You know what I'm saying? Usually whiskey will freaking just put hair on your chest, man. It burns down your throat and all that.
Definitely take you out.
But this one is rather smooth. It doesn't have a bite.
And it's real smooth with it being 93 proof.
Yeah.
Because usually most of the whiskey are like 86.
Right.
You know, 87 proof.
And it doesn't like burn or anything like that. So this is something, guys, you need to put your taste buds on, sample this one.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna sample this 1856 here in a little bit too. So check this one out.
1856. Now, I actually didn't even know about the 1856 and ran across it at the store and picked up a bottle. It's definitely, now this one, hey, get ready for it. It's like your first ride in the Vette.
Oh, really? This one here? Oh, damn.
Yeah.
I don't know about this one, guys.
100 proof.
Shit. All right, man. Just give me a little bit of this, man. Just a little sample. That's all I need. That's what we're doing over here. 1856. Just a little bit. We just sampling over here. Yeah, that's cool, though. You almost out. You can tell he been drinking this bottle. You can tell that bad boy is gone.
Yeah.
That bad boy is gone, bro.
And a couple sips.
So,
yeah.
All right, bro, to Black History Month.
Exactly.
My very first YouTube video with my boy here, man. He made to highlight his vehicle right here. And I appreciate him letting me come out and do this with him and for him and with me. This is brand new to me. I'm not a veteran, I'm an amateur, so if it's messed up, hey, it's all good. It was just fun anyway, so it's all
Definitely
good.
Fun.
It's all
Definitely
good.
a good time.
All right, brother, I appreciate
Cheers.
it. Cheers.
Oh, yeah.
That one's strong. That bad boy, that is strong.
I like that one.
So do you drink this with a mixer or by itself on ice or whatever?
No, usually if I'm drinking any type of bourbon or whiskey, I have it over ice. I don't mix anything with it. Yeah,
ice. Yeah.
Gotta get that true taste with it. I like it cold, so you can put it in the refrigerator or whatever you don't want ice.
Yeah, I usually put mine in the refrigerator because I have a refrigerator in my garage, So, but I didn't have this one in the refrigerator. I got my tequilas in the refrigerator outside. But the bourbons and whiskeys, I usually put it on ice. But I kind of like them like this, kind of neat anyway too, like this straight up, So you get the actual, because sometimes when you put ice in it, kind of waters it down a little bit.
Exactly.
And you don't get the full taste of the spirit. So, but these two very good brands, guys. I'm gonna put the subscription, these brands. We're here in Las Vegas, so I think you can buy them at Total Wines, Lee's Liquor. I don't know if
Sam's Town.
The Sam's
Sam's Club.
Sam's Club. I don't know if Lee's Liquor had this, but I know for sure Total Wines have it. Sponsorship. But oh, Uncle Nearest, we drinking your stuff. So if you see this video, hook a brother up as well too. Hook a brother up. Rob too. All right, but hey guys, thank you very much for my very first video. I hope it comes out all right. It was kind of windy. I was listening to the video earlier. It was kind of windy, so hopefully I can do some editing to try to get some of that stuff down. But I think it went pretty well. What you saying, bro?
I think so.
Yeah?
Think so.
Cool.
First one out the box, so we'll see how.
Right. All right, guys. Peace.
Cheers.